Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the previous session. Those videos were absolutely incredible. Thank you to everyone who submitted a video and participated in this year's festival because they are all amazing. Before we continue, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mariam and I will be your host for the afternoon session today. Before we continue, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsors this afternoon. Our festival would not be possible without them. A big thanks to our sponsors, which includes the YMCA at Harrisburg, KD Mortgage, who you can contact at 704-567-4242, Captain Steve's, who you can contact at 704-455-1222, and KMD Realty, who you can contact at 980-216-6836. As we continue to explore cultures from sea to sea today, we will begin with a Spanish-Indian dance performance, followed by a show of Indian physics and engineering, and a fun presentation of various traditional Indian arts. Finally, we will wrap up this first segment with a quick overview of Mexico. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you soon.
Stamattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Partigiano, e se muoio da partigiano tu mi devi seppellire e seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Seppellire lassù in montagna sotto l'ombra di un bel fiore. Partigiano,
So, hello everyone, and I told you guys I would come back to this on a slide concerning the visuals and the fun facts. So, this visual I have is actually just a premature prototype that I invented with my parents. So this is ultimately just representing the use of hydraulics in infinite energy development. So if we think about this, if I have a generator of force such as my finger that pushes this, and at a certain and high velocity, what will happen is that this force will translate into kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy will develop momentum. As you can see, after when I move this, there's a subtle disturbance which causes it to move forward. This is known as momentum, and this momentum will ultimately push these little cups or containers further and pick up more water. And after there's an inequality in the distribution of weight, this will result in this movement, this sudden falling, and it will occur cyclically or nearly infinitely theoretically. So this is just a cool representation of ancient Indian ideology and our concept in the application of physics. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you for watching.
excited to learn about one of the most diverse countries in the world. Today we'll be telling you all about Mexico.
In Mexico, there's 126.2 million people living there.
Spanish is their national language.
It's the 7th most busiest tourist location in the world, with lots of hotspots to visit. Some of its history includes in 1810 it became an official country. In 1848 the Mexican-American War ended and the reform of Mexico began. In 1910 the Mexican Revolution began, and in 1968 Mexico was chosen to host the Olympic Games and as a symbol of their growing international status.
Mexico is a federal republic with 3 branches of government: legislative, judicial, and executive, just like the U.S. Its current president is Andrés Manuel López Obrador.
Mexican culture is a mix of European, African, and indigenous cultures.
Its climate includes its humidity is an average annual of 70%. Its average temperature is typically between 50 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and its climate is usually tropical with a rainy and dry season.
Mexican Independence Day is celebrated on September 16th. A popular type of music is mariachi music dated back to the 18th century. Dia de los Muertos is Day of the Dead, which you all probably know from the movie Coco. Bullfighting is the national sport of Mexico.
The main religion of Mexico is Catholic Christianity. This is practiced by 82.7% of the population.
Mexico is located between North and South America, and it's also known as Central America.
Mexico has a market economy. Its biggest import is electric machinery, and its biggest export is vehicles. They use the Mexican peso as currency.
Have you ever gone to a Mexican restaurant and been confused on what to order? Well, you can never go wrong with mole. This is the national dish of Mexico.
Some interesting facts include it holds one of the 7 wonders of the world, known as the Chichen Itza. The Chihuahua dog originated from the Mexican state of Chihuahua, which it's named after. The most popular sport is football, also known as soccer here. And it's the 4th most biodiverse country on the planet.
Alma tiempo buena cara, which means put a good face to bad times, or also means be positive.
Thanks for watching.
Hi, I didn't see you there. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the last few segments that we've seen. Thank you to ADREEJA, AHANA, Ritu, Keshav, Anika, Simran, and Shreya for those wonderful, wonderful presentations. They were so incredibly amazing. In our next segment, we will learn about cricket, the world's 2nd most popular game, ethnic wear from India, and the country of Austria. So, let's go.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in right now. I wanted to take this time to talk about the sport cricket. Cricket was started in the 1840s. It was started in England. It's now become the national game. Interesting fact, the first ever international cricket game was played between the US and Canada back in the early 1800s. So it actually has roots here in the US. Overall, if you look at the game of cricket, it's played between 2 teams. There's 2 formats of cricket. There's the red ball format, which is a 5-day version, and then there's a white ball format, which is 50 overs. Now when we talk about overs, it's a 6-ball delivery, which counts as 1 over of the game. Now those 6 balls have to be legitimate balls. Legitimate balls have to be something that's not a wide or a no ball. A wide ball is something that's outside the reach of a batsman, while a no ball is when the goes beyond the crease. As a crease, it contains 22 yards, which is how much a crease is. You ball from one end and you bat from one end. Unlike baseball, you have the opportunity to not run if you can touch the ball. It's a choice of the batsman batting. Overall, it's played between 11 players on both sides. One of the biggest things about cricket that makes it entertaining and the 2nd most popular sport in the world is that they have the ball 6 and a 4. That's the entertaining shots in cricket. If it goes up beyond the stadium line, it's a 6 runs. If it rolls over the stadium line, it's 4 runs. Cricket is usually a high-scoring game these days. Like I said, it's the 2nd most popular game in the world. and it has roots here in Charlotte as well too. There's a league here called the Carolina Cricket League. We have county parks that are available to play in. We encourage everyone to come out and learn more about the sport. Thank you so much. So as you can see, this is a proper cricket attire for a game. We're playing the red ball game, which is played in complete whites. As a batsman, you start off with the helmet. It's the most important thing. You want to keep yourself safe. You have your arm guards. Some people decide to wear chest guards. The ball's coming at you at 70, 80 miles per hour, so if it hits you, it's going to hurt. So you want to take as much precaution as you can. Usually you wear some thigh guards. You obviously wear a cup that protects your groin area. You have these pads that protect your legs. Overall, you're basically covered from head to toe. The whole goal is to stay safe and have a good time. So this is what we do. Thank you.
Namaste. My name is Vaishali Vetal.
And I'm Richard Namital.
Today we are representing India and I am going to talk about Indian clothes and Indian jewelry. This is dupatta with gotapatti work. This is from Gujarat. This is fulkari dupatta. This is thread work with sequences. This is from Punjab. This is also fulkari dupatta with thread work. This is jute dupatta with golden thread work and embroidery on it. This is Lucknowi work on plazo. You will get in all clothes. This is also Lucknowi work. It's on sari. This is machine work Lucknowi. This is also Lucknowi thread work. It's hand woven. And there are different types of saris. This is handloom sari. This is embroidery sari. This is all machine embroidery. This is cotton sari. This is sari with katdana work and it's on net. Beautiful cut work. This is Banarasi tissue sari. This is Tepchi work sari. This work called Tepchi work. It's from Lucknow, Rajgharana work. And this is Paithani, Maharashtra's famous sari. This is pure silk one sari, and it's a resham work. This represents Maharashtra. There are different types of jewelry, earrings. These are 1 gram gold earrings. These are oxidized earrings. These are thread work earrings. This with diamond and pearl work. These are necklaces. This is in gold finishing necklace. This is oxidized necklace. This is mirror work and the mirror are reals. So thank you.
Welcome to Austria. Austria is a small, predominantly mountainous country in Central Europe, and this is its flag. So we will have some trivia questions throughout the presentation, so that's something to look forward to. So let's go to the first one. What percentage does the Austrian Alps cover out of the country's total land area? Questions worth 2 points, and I'll give you guys a couple seconds to figure it out. The answer is C, 62%, which is majority of Austria's land area. So some sites to see. Austria is famous for castles, palaces, and buildings. I'm not going to be pronouncing the names, but they're written over here. So these 3 are castles that you can visit if you're in Austria, or there's very famous there. To the right, you can see the Vienna State Opera. It is a 1709 seat Renaissance revival venue, which was built from 1861 to 1869. Down below, you can see a palace, which is a 1441 room palace. It is one of the most important architectural, cultural, and historic monuments in the country. It has been a major tourist attraction since the mid-1950s. So a pretty long time. Smell. Every city has a particular smell that captivates both tourists and locals. Vienna, Austria's capital and largest city, provides an array of scents, both good and bad. Fuel emissions is one of the scents that is particularly poignant, especially in the belts, the outermost road of Vienna, where thousands of cars travel every day. One of the more pleasant smells you may experience is that of hot sausages being sold at numerous stands along the streets. With the cafe culture being such a central part of Vienna, you can certainly expect to smell the aroma of fresh coffee beans while walking throughout the city. You may also get a whiff of schnitzel, the Viennese dish, which is on the menu of nearly every restaurant in Austria. Seasonal trivia question. What is Austria's capital city? Give you guys a couple seconds again. And as we mentioned earlier, it is B, Vienna. So touch. You can visit this lake in Austria. You can swim, paddle, scuba dive, and many other things here in this lake. You can also visit the Alpine Coaster. It is the steepest track in the Alps. It will speed you down to the valley surrounded by the gorgeous mountain scenery of the lofty Sierras Peak. There's also a clock museum, which is a small museum filled with over 1,000 clocks, and one particularly calibrated to run until the year 9999, which is a pretty long time, and it is pretty fascinating. Some food to taste would include these 4, the Tafelspitz, Wiener Schnitzel, which is something we mentioned earlier, and the Sachertorte and the Apfelstrudel. So you can find these pictures over here. And obviously some look like they're desserts. Here's another question for you guys. What is the longest river in Austria called? 2 points. Give you guys a couple seconds. The answer is D. So how many points were you guys able to get? If you got 6 points, that is amazing. If you got 2 to 4 points, that is not bad at all. It is really good for beginners. And if you get 0 to 2 points, that is totally fine. You tried your best. And besides, there's so much stuff like that was not mentioned in this presentation. But hope you guys found this interesting and hope you learned something about Austria. Thank you.
Wow, that was so interesting. Thank you to Vaishali and Dhriti for those stellar presentations. In addition, because of their support through these tough times, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the YMCA in Harrisburg, KD Mortgage, who you can contact at 704-567-4242, Captain Steve's, who you can contact at 704-455-1222, and KMD Realty, who you can contact at 980-216-6836. I hope everyone at home has been staying safe because your safety matters the most. In our third section, we will be exploring the traditional music and dance of India, the culture of Brazil, and we'll also be presenting some of the national animals from all over the world. Some of these countries consist of Japan and Myanmar, and so many more. Finally, we will also be presenting an incredible Indian art demonstration, so stay tuned.
Namaste. Today I'll be showing you one of India's oldest classical dance form called Bharatanatyam, and my brother will be accompanying me on the tabla, the doki, one of India's oldest instruments. First I'll be showing you a few of the Bharatanatyam hand gestures. Pataka, Pataka, Ardha Pataka, Vimuka, Mayura, Archandra, Arala, Shivkunda, Mushti, Shikara, and Gurukha. And now I'll be showing you a few of the Bharatanatyam dance steps.
These are traditional instruments that originate from Maharashtra, where they're played during festivals and in big groups. And now we will play.
Hi there, my name is Vinit Satoshi,
My name is Lucas Costa.
and we're gonna go and talk about Brazil.
So, Vinna, did you know that I was born in Brazil?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool. So basically, here's a brief history on Brazil. So basically, during the age of exploration, Portugal and Spain were battling for the entirety of South America. And then they finally came to an accord years later that Portugal gets Brazil and Spain gets the rest of South America. So that's why the majority of South America speaks Spanish except for Brazil, where Brazil speaks Portuguese.
Oh, so all these like smaller states were colonies now united under Portugal,
Exactly.
and now named Brazil.
Exactly. They were all Portuguese colonies that all came together under Pedro II, and they were actually led to freedom in 1822.
Oh, that's cool. What are some famous tourist attractions that you would visit when you go to Brazil?
So the most famous one is obviously Christ the Redeemer. It overlooks the entire city of Rio de Janeiro, and it's really beautiful, and it's always somewhere you should go when you go to Brazil. And then what I find really interesting is that Brazil has one of the most diverse beaches and most beaches out of any other country. They're all clean, beautiful, and they're all very different where you go anywhere along the coast. And not only that, but also the wildlife and biodiversity and obviously the rainforest is amazing.
What are some foods you'd like to eat when you go visit Brazil?
So if you're gonna have a party food, I would honestly definitely go with feijoada. So that's kind of like Brazilian gumbo, right? So you add some barbecued sausage, some black beans, some farofa, steak. So basically farofa, no one ever knows what this is, but it's kind of like sand. But it's like ground up yucca root. And then if you want, you add some bacon to it, you add some basil to it, but it ended up tasting really good. And obviously we're going to add rice. Rice is like the main sort of side dish with all of the food because rice goes good with everything in Brazilian meals. And then if you want some sort of like tangy flavor with your food, sliced oranges actually go really well with this, surprisingly.
Well, it looks really good. What are some other foods you enjoy eating when you go visit?
So what I really like is stroganoff. So basically this is like a cream chicken. So it's like chicken breast, and then we add cream, and we also like to add potato sticks to it, and obviously rice because rice goes good with this too. And then Brazilians would normally eat this as like their lunch because it's sort of a light food and it gets you through the day because it has a lot of carbohydrates in it.
Wow, that looks really good. Well, anyways, I'm gonna hand it over to Nisha, and she's gonna talk about some commonly played games in Brazil, and I think she might be playing one of them with one of her friends.
Hi, my name is Nisha Jack-and-Polly, and I'll be presenting different games that are popular or originated in Brazil. So the first game is Buraco, which is a card game that's a variation of Canasta, which originated in Uruguay and Argentina. So the name Buraco means hole in English, alluding to the negative score that occurs when a partnership is formed. So the steps for this game is to first keep the first card, then you can potentially place at least one meld down. Then dispose of a single card from the hand face up to end the first player's turn. Next, dispose of the first card face up and take a second card from the deck and potentially place one of the melds down. Repeat step 2, but this time with the second card. Finally, continue this process to continue the game. The next game that we found was Brazilian Draughts, which is also known as Brazilian Checkers, which is a board game that follows the conventional rules of checkers but on a smaller board. The conventional board follows a 10x10 pattern, while Brazilian Checkers follows an 8x8 board. The number of checkers also varies between the two, 12 instead of 20 per person. Next, I'd like to show a video of me and a friend playing this game so you could get a visualization of how it's played in Brazil. So this is a traditional Brazilian draught game where people play on an 8x8 board and each player has 12 checker pieces. So the goal of the game is to move around your pieces in a way that you can jump over the opponent's piece and capture theirs. And as you can see, the red player is winning in this round.
I just want to say thank you guys for visiting Brazil, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day at the Harrisburg Multicultural Festival.
Hi everyone, are you ready to learn about the national animals from all over the world? You get 5 seconds to guess each animal. If you get it right, You're an animal expert. Good luck! Thank you to Jayan, Anisha, Vinit, Nisha, and Lucas for those lovely presentations. As a reminder, we'd like to share our sponsors that have helped us with our festival immensely. Thank you to the YMCA in Harrisburg, KD Mortgage, who you can contact at 704-567-4242, Captain Steve's, who you can reach hold of at 704-455-1222, and KMD Realty, who you can contact at 980-216-6836. Please go check them out. For our final segment, we will kick it off with a song of Vietnam sung by Trang Dinh, then we will present Bangladesh and India through education, and finally we will conclude with a traditional Indian dance choreographed and performed by Shreya Gorsa. Unfortunately, it's my time to go now. I'm gonna have to say bye, but hopefully I can see everyone again next year in person. I really do hope that you enjoy our final session of this afternoon, and please stick around for the amazing session that is in store for this evening. Thank you. Bye.
It's Trang Dinh, and I'll be singing Hello Vietnam by Qunan Pham. Tell me all about this name that is difficult to say. It was given me the day I was born. Want to know about the stories of the empire of old. My eyes say more to me than she dared to say. All I know of you is all the signs of war. I feel my cobble on the helicopters roar. One day I'll touch your soil. One day I'll finally know your soul. to say hello, Vietnam. Mà khi nói tới mái tóc đen, tôi đã chân nhỏ bé, và đôi mây đã đêm cùng tôi đã lớn lên. Và mai sau trên xe bước lên, tôi nhầm tôi đã trên tường đen, để đang nghe bài ăn các em đều lúc trên sông. Và tôi mới biết về đất nước ta qua phiêu, nhờ đây quê hương tôi cay chơi rồi lời hát, ước mơ về tâm trong thiên. Quê hương bao năm tôi cách xa, mà muốn anh nghe trở về, làm tôi yêu mến Việt Nam. And God has made a stone watch over me. They lead me through the fields of rice. In prayer, in the light, I see my kin. I touch my tree, my roots might begin. One day, I'll touch your soil. One day, I'll finally know your soul. One day, I'll come to you to say hello, Vietnam. One day, I'll touch your soil. One day, I'll finally know your soul. One day, I'll come to you to say hello, Vietnam. To say hello, Vietnam. To say xin chào, Vietnam.
Hi everyone, my name is Matin, and me and my mom are going to be teaching you how to make Bangladeshi mishti doi. Doi is a word that means curd, and mishti means sweet. So this recipe is a sweet curd dessert that is often served at weddings or eaten during any celebratory occasion. We love to enjoy this dessert on a hot summer's day or even in the cool fall, and it's so comforting. We really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe make this recipe for yourself one day. An important thing to notice here is that we're preheating it to 300 degrees to get the oven nice and hot, but then you have to lower that to 170 after it's preheated and then bake for 2 hours. And that's the recipe for doi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much as my family and I enjoyed finishing the end product. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, and bye!
Namaskar, Suprabhat, Susriyakar, Salam. So we are here to represent India and talk a few words on my country. India is a destination like no other, with its vivid colors, bustling cities, spirituals, customs, name it, it's all over. So as you all know, it's a big, huge country with multiple states, multi-languages. So with that, Nirwan, what can you take about the Indian flag?
The Indian flag colors are orange, white, green, and a blue wheel at the middle.
Thank you, Nirvan. All right, great. Well, India is also known as Bharat. Officially, the Indian Republic of India is a country in South Asia. It is the second most populous country, the 7th largest country by land area, and the most populous democracy. To compare, it's 1/3 the size of America, but 3 times the size of the population. So you can just think it's New York everywhere. So people everywhere, elbow touching, the trains, the buses. Of course, it's got its benefits. We enjoy the social life and the diversity there. So it's fun being there when we visit. It's tremendous support. So with that, Pallavi, what can you talk about some festivals?
Hi, I want to talk about the festivals of India. We have some of major festivals like Diwali. We celebrate of lights, and the Holi, festival of colors, and Dashera is a major one because it's for 9 days. There's a dance, there's food, exchange of gifts, and it's all through 9 days we worship goddesses. And we have Yugadi, it's a new year, and we celebrate Eid and as well as Christmas. It's all multicultural, and we enjoy each and every festival every month.
Thank you. Well, as you have heard, India has got several religions is there. Hinduism is primary. Of course, we have Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism. And by the way, just like Hollywood, India has also got a nickname called Bollywood. As you've heard, the pop cultures and Bollywood styles, music and all that, it's just a lot of fun. By the way, India produces almost 1,500 to 2,000 films every year, almost more than 20 languages. Compared to us in the US, which is the most richest country in the world, produces 600 movies. So just imagine how many movies you will miss watching, and you will have Netflix every day. You still not end up finishing all the movies. So with that, Neeti, what can you tell about India and your experience visiting there?
The lion is the national animal. The national bird is a peacock. The mango is the king of fruits. And I visit India often. I visit the temples. There are a lot of people there, and they're very nice.
Thank you, Neeti. Great. Well, India, as you all know, it's a very young democratic country. Like many countries, we are also ruled by the British and got independence on the 15th August 1947. And we celebrate just like July 4th on the 15th August every year in a big way, including here in America. So it's a parliamentary system. We have chosen by the leader is chosen by the people and has multiple parties, unlike just two-party system in America. And by the way, talking about the region and the geography, Kashmir is not disputed, but part of India. You may want to check out the official government map. Thank you. Let's maybe see what my friend Jay is going to talk about.
Thanks, Raj. Hi, my name is Jay, and I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, that's food. When it comes to food, well, everybody knows how tasty it is and other stuff, right? So basically, I want you all to remember a few of them. One is naan, which is also a bread. Another is butter chicken. For all the meat lovers, butter chicken is something you need to taste. And for everyone in general, it's samosa. If any one of them have not tried any of these, I would like you guys to go find an Indian or find an Indian restaurant, jump in to your cars right now, go out and try it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jay. Great. And of course, talking about business, India has got the highest growing telecommunication industry, and this is the second most largest growth market. Of course, it has surpassed US in billion people. They need a lot of cell phones and communication. So as you can tell, with that, let's talk about the architecture and the temples. My wife Rupa is going to talk about it.
Hi. India has very rich architectural history and is known for a lot of famous temples and palaces. Just to name a few, there is famous Taj Mahal, which is one of the wonders of the world. And then on the west of India, we have like beautiful palaces like Jaipur Palace, Udaipur Palace, and on the east we have like Konark temples, and on the south we have beautiful temples with intricate carvings depicting Ramayana and Mahabharata, Belur, Halebeedu, just to name a few.
Thank you. As you can all see, you have seen Indians everywhere. And the only people think about when it comes to India is, why are there so many IT people in India? Well, no, that's just one of the growing industry of India. We is the highest producers of the second largest in the manufacturing, as well as the pharmaceutical exporters. So with that, I will stop it here. You guys can go and explore. Do visit India. Namaste again. Namaste. Thank you for giving there. Thank you.
नजर जो तेरी लागी मैं दीवानी हो गई, दीवानी हाँ दीवानी दीवानी हो गई। मशहूर मेरे इश्क की कहानी हो गई, जो जग ने न मानी तो मैंने बिठानी, कहा थी मैं देखो कहाँ चली आई। कहते हैं ये दीवानी मस्तानी हो गई। मशहूर मेरे इश्क की कहानी हो गई, जो जग ने न मानी तो मैंने भी ठानी, कहा थी मैं देखो कहाँ चली आई। कहती है ये दीवानी मस्तानी हो गई, दीवानी हाँ दीवानी दीवानी हो गई। जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम तोम, जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम तोम, जनन जनन तनन तनन गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नाद्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताज तै तै तुम फिर तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नाद्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताज तै तै तुम फिर तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नाद्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताज तै तै तुम फिर तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम। तुम्हारी लीला पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला, क्या कहूँ मैं सावरों शरणायो सो हमारो तुम हरो ताव संकट शरणायो सो हमारो तुम हरो इत धुनि को तकरी मात्र कीट को माच रहे गोरी तारी दे तई रतों तेरे ततो मारी दे तई रतों तेरे ततो मारी दे तई रतों तेरे ततो गीत धुनि को तकरी निको तकधी